Hello everyone, I'm Lewis and welcome to Lewis's Football Mime. Today's video is my Champions League match day 1 predictions. Champions League's back. No Liverpool this year, I'm afraid. Before you make the jokes, we've won 6 European Cups / Champions League. So, before you make jokes. But anyway, let's have some fun here today. Some new teams in it, some really spicy hot fixtures for match day 1 to get the Champions League underway. So I'm looking forward to this. Some controversial takes here, but I'll just go down the list of fixtures and I will tell you what I think. So let's start with Milan versus Newcastle United, and what a way for Newcastle United fans to celebrate being back in the Champions League. Away trip to San Siro, probably one of the hardest places in the world to go to. Wow, what a stadium this is, and what a fixture as well. Obviously AC Milan, they got beat I think 5-1 in the Milan derby the other day. Newcastle beat Brentford 1-0 the other day. So bit of a mixed weekend for both teams. One doing really well, the other doing really bad. My prediction, I've went 3-1 AC Milan. I think obviously home form. I think it'll be really tough away game for Newcastle. I think the only way Newcastle will go out of this group is if they win all the home games. I think they can do that. But you know, if they can get something out of the away games, then 100% I can see them going through as well. But this is the hardest away game for me they have. AC Milan should top this group in my opinion. Definitely the best team in the group. But this will be a really interesting game. It will be attack and flowing. Both teams quite good defensively. Both got good attacks. Good quality midfield. Obviously, Tonali's going back to AC Milan and the San Siro. So this is going to be a really interesting game. Newcastle might prove some doubters wrong and some haters wrong, but I'm just going 3-1 Milan because of being at home. But when it goes to St James's Park in the reverse fixture, it'll be very interesting. So next up, not as exciting fixture, Young Boys versus Red Bull Leipzig. This should be quite an easy game for Leipzig. They should win this game quite comfortably. So this one's it's tough to see if Young Boys will fight or if Leipzig will just run the show. It's interesting. I've went for 3-1 to Leipzig, also 3-1 in this game. Leipzig will either run riot or Young Boys will give them a really good game. It'll be 1-2. But we'll have to wait and see. But Leipzig should win this game. Won against Augsburg 3-0 the other day. So definitely in okay form going into the Champions League. But yeah, this should definitely be a game at Leipzig are winning. So I went for 3-1 to RB Leipzig. So next up is another cracker of a tie. PSG versus Dortmund at the Port de France. This one's tough because I feel like PSG, obviously they've changed around. They've still got Mbappe. They did lose to Nice in the league the other day. Not really the way they want to start season and all that, especially going in Champions League few days later. Sorry. Yeah, PSG should win this game at home. I think Luis Enrique is a really good coach. I think they've done really well with the signings they've made this summer. Obviously getting rid of some top players, but obviously going for a new philosophy. PSG going for young upcoming players. But they have still spent quite a bit of money. So PSG should get out this group, should win this game. I went for 2-0 PSG. Just again, I think home form is going to be a massive factor in this group between Newcastle, Milan, PSG and Dortmund. I think the teams in it will have to win the home games and try to get points away if they want to go through, because anybody can go through and anyone can finish last, because obviously if you finish fourth you don't play any European football for the rest of the season. So there is a lot at stake for all four teams, but PSG should win this game at home and I've went for 2-0. So next up, again, not really an interesting tie. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Porto. Nothing much to say. I don't really have much facts about these two teams. Obviously, Shakhtar Donetsk were in the Champions League last year. obviously had likes of Mudryk last year, and then sold him for massive money to Chelsea. Shakhtar Donetsk go home. Well, not home, but you know what I mean. I'm afraid. Hopefully, Shakhtar Donetsk can play back in their home country eventually, but at the minute sadly they can't. It's a tough one. This one. I'm gonna go 2-1 Porto. Yeah, Porto should be the stronger team in this game. But yeah, nothing much to say. I'm gonna go 2-1 Porto. So next up is Manchester City versus Red Star Belgrade. Um, do City batter them, or do Red Star give them a good game? That is the question. Manchester City have one of the easiest groups I've ever seen for them, and they should easily go through this group at home as well. At the Etihad, Manchester City should be battering Red Star Belgrade. And Red Star Belgrade aren't even a bad team. They're in Liverpool's group in the ninth, was it 18-19 season or 19-20 Champions League campaign, and they beat us at Red Star, but at Anfield we beat them. So cut it to home. I think Manchester City will just run the show. I'm going 5-0. Yeah, Manchester City again one of the favourites after winning last season and win the treble. No doubt that they should be in contention yet again to win the Champions League this season. And this should be quite an easy fixture to start things off. Which is a bit harsh to Red Star Belgrade. They're not a bad team, but Manchester City are the best team in the world. So I went for 5-0. So next up, Lazio versus Atletico Madrid. Lazio. This one's going to be interesting at the Stadio Olimpico. Both teams are not world class teams. Lazio and Atletico Madrid, but yeah, I don't know about this one. This one's really tough. You know, I'm gonna be boring here. I'm just gonna say 1-1. Yeah, both, nothing much to settle between separate the two teams really. Nothing much to say about both teams. Obviously Atletico Madrid have started seeing quite well. They beat Real Vallecano 7-0 in La Liga the other week. So they'll have to take that firepower to the Olympico if they want to win this game. But I'm gonna go for 1-1. So next up is Barcelona versus Antwerp at Barcelona's new stadium. Well, not new, just the Olympic Stadium until the new camp is fully refurbished. So yeah, Antwerp, obviously, what a way to be in the Champions League now. Obviously, the way they won the Belgian league last year was absolutely astonishing. I believe Toby Alderweireld scored really late on, crucial goal. Obviously, that's his boyhood club to win them the league and obviously get a place in the Champions League this season. So at away at Barcelona, you can't really bat them too much, but you don't want to be too harsh on them. I'm just trying to be. You want to give Antwerp some benefits here, and obviously you want them to try to compete with Barcelona, but it's just going to be really, really hard, and probably not going to happen. I'm gonna say 4-1 to Barcelona. Mine's in 6, but I don't think Antwerp are that bad, to be honest. They're not even bad, Antwerp, at all. It's just Barcelona. I think they won 5-0 against Real Betis the other night. So yeah, they've got so much attacking firepower, and defensively they look really solid as well. So Barcelona are definitely one of the teams to beat in the Champions League this season. But I'm gonna go for 4-1. So next up is Feyenoord versus Celtic. This one's going to be really tough. Feyenoord definitely create a good atmosphere at home. Definitely a hard place to go in the Dig Cup. So, I'm not going for a draw. I think that's boring. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Feyenoord. I think home advantage will help them in this game. Celtic start the season well. They are above Rangers. I believe. I don't watch Scottish Premiership, but I just have a little glance once in a while. But yeah, I think Feyenoord should win this game. Obviously, their manager on slot rejected a Tottenham job in the summer to stay at Feyenoord. So hopefully he can get out the group with them this season. But I'm gonna go for 2-1. So next up is Real Madrid versus Union Berlin, and this is a fairy tale story for Union Berlin. A few years ago, promoted from Bundesliga 2, then got Conference League football, Europa League, Champions League football now. Unbelievable. They've made some really smart signings as well, including Leonardo, including Benucci as well, which brings unbelievable experience, Champions League quality as well. So they've made some fantastic signings. Can they get out of the group? That is a different question. They've got a tough group, but what a way to start. What an away day this is going to be for those Union Berlin fans. I think Real Madrid will be too strong for them in this game. This one's tough to predict, actually. I'm going to go, I don't want to go for the same fixture for everyone. I'm going to go for 3-2 to Real Madrid. I think this could be a really open game. I think Union Berlin could definitely have a go. Look at Sheriff Tiraspol a few years ago, beating Real Madrid 2-1 at the Bernabeu. And Real Madrid never started the Champions League group stage well, and then after like Matchday 3 or so, they just a different level, and then obviously not out stage as the best team in the world, and they're not out stages in Champions League, so don't really start well, so that could help Union Berlin. So I'm gonna go for 3-2 Real Madrid, even though they do start bad. I think obviously they're looking really strong so far this season. Jude Bellingham looks like he's in a league of his own so far, so that could definitely help them. But this is going to be a tight game, and I'm going 3-2. So next up, Galatasaray versus Copenhagen. Again, nothing much to say. They've made some really smart signings in the summer, Galatasaray, and they could definitely fancy themselves getting out of this group, especially if you look at the state of Manchester United this season. So I'm gonna go for. Ooh, this one's tough. I'm gonna go for 4-2. 4-2. Also really good games in Turkey. Always really good atmosphere. Also nice vibe in Turkey when football is on, especially Galatasaray. Obviously, signing the likes of Ziyech, Zaha as well. Some top quality footballers in their team. So I think this could be a very high scoring affair, and a game Galatasaray should win. So I'm gonna go for 4-2. So next up, Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. This one, this could go really ugly for Manchester United, or it could be an unbelievable away day. I'm gonna be really harsh here. I'm going Bayern Munich 4, Manchester United 0. I think Bayern Munich should run away with this game. They should run away with this group. They should be win 6 out of 6 in this group. It's a tough group, but Bayern Munich too, showing that this still started the Bundesliga really well. Bayern 3 wins and 1 draw, drawn 2-2 against Bayer Leverkusen the other night. But Manchester United on the other hand have started absolutely awful so far this season. So this could be ugly for Manchester United. If they're not at it from minute 1, obviously at the Allianz Arena. I'm not even just saying it because they got beat by Brighton. Obviously Brighton are an unbelievable team, but I had this in my head the second I saw that Bayern would play Manchester United first, that this could be 4-3, 4-5-0. It could get really ugly for Manchester United, so that is why I'm going for 4 now. Again, next up, Benfica versus Salzburg. Interesting game. Salzburg have some young talent. Benfica have some young talent as well. Benfica, again, home advantage. I think that's a big factor in the Champions League. Obviously being at home, being under your own floodlights with your own fans, it's a massive factor, and that's why I'm gonna go for 4-1 to Benfica. I think a bit harsh on Salzburg, but obviously lost their manager in the summer, so a bit of uncertainty there. But Benfica should win this game. They've got some really good attacking talent, including Angel Di Maria. So they should win this game. I'm going 4-1. Next up, Braga versus Napoli. Excuse me. Oh, this one's really interesting. I really like Braga. I do think they're a really underrated European team. Napoli, on the other hand, they've got firepower. Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, Simone, Zielinski. I'm not sure if Zielinski's still there. I'll have to check on that. But if he isn't, I apologise. This could be a really good game. Braga could give Napoli a good go here. And I'm going to go 2-1 to Braga. I think Braga could definitely have a go in this group. It's such a tough group, this one, to predict and see who can get out of it. But this is going to be a really, really good game. And I'm going to go for 2-1 to Braga. Next up, Arsenal versus PSV Eindhoven. Both teams played each other in last season's Europa League group stage. Definitely a different level this season. So Arsenal should win this game. Arsenal should definitely be fancying themselves to get to around the quarterfinals, semi-finals, because they've got a quality team, got squad depth now, and got rid of players that they didn't want or need. So this it's going to be a tough game. PSV no mugs. They're definitely a good quality side. I'm going to go for 2-2. 2-2. Going to be interesting to see 2-2. I think they're playing right now, Arsenal, as I'm recording against Everton. So it'll be interesting this game. So I'm going to go for 2-2. I think PSV definitely could give some top teams a good game on their day. Obviously, battered Rangers in the qualifying rounds before they got into the group stage, which is good to see. As I don't really like Rangers. But anyway, we go on to the next game. So I'm saying 2-2 for that one. Sevilla versus Lens. Sevilla right now, crisis mode, absolute crisis. Obviously when they Europa League last season, started La Liga absolutely shambolically. Lens obviously losing their captain to Saudi Arabia and only coming 1 point away from Ligue 1 title last season. I don't know if Sevilla might even get third. They could drop bottom of this group. I think Lens did really well from where they were a few years ago, kind of like Union Berlin story. So, I'm gonna go for 2-1. 2-1 to Lens. Hopefully the fairy tale can continue and Sevilla do not drop into the Europa League. Either finish first, second, fourth. I'm saying that for Newcastle and all the top teams. Do not ruin Liverpool's Europa League charge, okay? But I'm going for 2-1 and to Lens. So finally we have Real Sociedad versus Inter Milan. Inter, boom, boom, boom. 5-star performance against their arch rivals AC Milan, winning 5-1. Wow, they will go with so much confidence in to this game, and I think it can continue. I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Inter Milan. Definitely, they should fancy themselves in this game, Inter Milan. But there you go. There is the Champions League. It's back. It doesn't look as good this year without Liverpool. But this year neutral, it'll be weird to watch the Champions League without Liverpool in it. First time in so many years. Good 7-8 years since last win in the Champions League. So yeah, we'll just have to enjoy it as a neutral this year. Obviously we'll have to watch out for the groups. See who drops into the Europa League. But yeah, definitely always enjoyable to watch Champions League even as a neutral. So hopefully next year we're back. But we push on into the Europa League. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Any suggestions? Anyone want to come on one of the videos? Please tell me personally. And yeah, it would be really fun. But anyway, I will see you all in the next video. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you.